Hey beautiful people, and welcome back to Fluidity's beautiful fragrance channel where we share and discuss fragrance together, guys. Hey guys, nice to have you back again on this channel. Hope you're doing great out there and enjoying winter time. And today, guys, we are talking about 10 hyped fragrances that influencers convinced me to buy. But before I start, guys, if you're new here or not subscribed to this beautiful fragrance channel yet, please do me the favor and hit the subscribe button down below and like this video. Really helps me out and doesn't cost you anything. So thank you a lot in advance. And starting off with this beautiful list, guys, of fragrance today. And I find this really interesting to just think about which fragrances I was really influenced the most to just blind buy, right? And yeah, I have a really nice collection for you here. Starting off this list with the first fragrance I got. This was really the first fragrance I got, and I was so influenced on this one. This is La Nuit de l'Homme by Yves Saint Laurent. And yeah, I was influenced by Jeremy Fragrance, of course. This, guys, is the story that how I came into this fragrance industry, this fragrance business, or into collecting fragrances. I just wanted one new fragrance for my birthday because I was wearing other fragrances yeah, on a regular basis, but I never really got into fragrance so much. I just had one fragrance, mostly Boss bottled, and I was thinking, yeah, just treat yourself a bit. And I was reading online which fragrances are good nowadays, and then I stumbled upon YouTube, and yeah, Jeremy Fragrance was talking about this, and it's its favorite fragrance of all time, right? And I just got it, and it's so funny how this started it all, to be honest. It always reminds me when I see this bottle. I remember when I first got this, I was really not feeling it so much. I liked it, but it was a bit too sweet for me, right? The cardamom combo here can be a bit too much for some people, and it was like this for me. And after I got this, like 2 days after my birthday, I was like, okay, let's see which other fragrances he is hyping or something like this. And then it started that I was blind buying a lot, or like testing at Douglas. But this one was the one that started it all. Nowadays, guys, I appreciate this way more than back in the days, to be honest. I think this is a great fragrance. It developed a bit, I think also. I mean, it's 3 years old now, or more than that, to be honest. 4 years, 3.5, 4 years. And yeah, it is fleeting. It has its own personality still to me. I think it has a depthness to it. I just always see myself wearing this on a summer night, and if I wear this, I wear it on a summer night because I think it has like this romantic kind of feeling to me personally. Also, if you have like someone special today for you on Valentine's Day, I think this is a great choice. I still think this is such a modern classic. I like the lavender in here is absolutely fantastic with the cardamom. Like this fresh sweetness here is just made in perfection, and it has really its own character. I think it is super mass appealing, but it has its own character. That's what I like about this. So still to this day, I never regretted buying this, and I really appreciate it for what it is. This is La Nuit de l'Homme by Yves Saint Laurent. Continuing with a fragrance, guys, that I got, I think in the first winter when I was getting into fragrance. I already had like 5 to 10 fragrances, but I wanted more, and I tried this actually in Douglas before buying, but I was super influenced before, mostly from female YouTubers that hyped this as a sexy fragrance. This is Prada Luna Rossa Black. And this super beautiful bottle is such a nice fragrance, to be honest with you. I think this is hyped for a reason, right? Like a lot of fragrances, to be honest with you, that I show you today. And this one also was a hit for me. I loved to wear this first winter. I really like the way they blended the tonka bean with that Prada cleanliness here. It's super gorgeous in my opinion. It doesn't really smell perfumey for me. It has like its own vibe. It has a mysterious vibe. It is super easy to wear still and super easy to like. And I got this one, guys, got me so much compliments, to be honest with you. Also, my girlfriend really loved this when I first was wearing this. So absolutely stunning fragrance for me. Still to this day, one of my favorite Pradas, and for sure, I don't know, I think it's my favorite Luna Rossa, to be honest with you, to this day. And guys, like if you like tonka bean, if you want spicy, sweet, kind of clean fragrance that you can wear on a regular basis, in the cooler month, I would say this is one of the best designer fragrances you can buy. So try it out. I was influenced, but for good reason, and this is great, guys. This is Prada Luna Rossa Black. Okay, continue, guys, with a cheapie on this list. We're talking about Turathi Blue by Afnan. And this was a fragrance, guys. I don't know exactly who influenced me. I think it was German perfume reviewer, not influencer. I mean, they're all influencers in a way. Yeah, and this, guys, I have to say, it smells great. It smells really, really great. And you have like this grapefruit, this really, really fresh citrusy grapefruit with like an ambery base. It has like a sweetness to it, right? But it's mostly woods and grapefruit. And yeah, this was also something that I was influenced on Fragrantica and on YouTube, to be honest, because I was then, I think I thought first on YouTube, and then I saw comments on Fragrantica, and I was getting back to YouTube. And I mean, I wore this. I mean, when I'm looking at the dent, I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, I mean, it's like 1/3 or something. So I really wore this one summer heavily. And to be honest with you, oh, I broke it. Guys, look at this. Okay, now I broke this bottle. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Oh, it's just glued. Wow. Okay, this is live, guys, like you see. But it doesn't really matter, to be honest. Okay, it's... Okay. Okay, doesn't matter. But guys, what I want to say, I think Tuesday, this is a nice cheapie. I think the Turathi line in general, the Afnan, it's a Turathi line, right? There's a brown bottle from this. It smells a bit like Moustache, Eau de Parfum, or like Tuxedo. I like Tuxedo more. This has really like this Arabian, Oriental feeling to it. Also this one, it has this vibe. That's why I'm not wearing this so much anymore, because I have like super grapefruit based fragrances these days that I really love more from this, like the natural side of things. But still, guys, for I think 20 euros or something that I paid for this, it's a great fragrance, long lasting. And I was also here like influenced for a reason. I think this is great for cheapie. This is Turathi Blue by Afnan. Okay, guys, next up we have the fragrance this was my first fragrance that I got from Douglas, so like retail. This is Allure Sport Eau Extreme from Chanel, and this was in the same era with like La Nuit de l'Homme. Maybe you already noticed. This is also a fragrance that Jeremy Fragrance really hyped. But this one, guys, I mean, this was my first Chanel fragrance. That's for sure. I mean, this is also a fragrance that I never regretted buying, to be honest, because it's such a easy to wear fragrance. It had its time with me. Like for the first year, I really liked to wear this. I felt really sexy wearing this, but then it was just like overshadowed by other fragrances that I got then. That's the whole thing about collecting fragrances, right? You don't wear the juice that you get, and that's the main pity of it. But still, this is a great fragrance. I think for Chanel standards, there are a little bit better fragrances for me these days, like Edition Blanche, like Platinum Egoist, just more interesting fragrances. I think this is really mass appealing. This is, it lacks a bit of character. That's what I wanted to say, I think. Still, I think if you just want to smell really clean, really good for everyone around you guys, the whole year round, this is a really nice all-rounder, really versatile. And like I said, I never regretted buying this. It's a really nice fresh fragrance, just a bit generic for Chanel standards for me. That's why I'm not wearing this so much anymore, to be honest, but still it's a great fragrance. And really, really nice story about this, because guys, that's the beauty also of having like a collection, that you just have a story to every fragrance, right? And this is also the case with this one, Allure Sport Eau Extreme by Chanel. Okay guys, now we are switching to a niche fragrance, and we're talking about Gentle Fluidity Silver by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. And I can't really remember which summer it was. I think it was 2020 or 2023, where this was super hyped on YouTube. And yeah, then I pulled the trigger. I mean, I had a really big sample of this, I have to say. Before I pulled the trigger, I had like a 10 ml sample of this. So at least I was sampling before I was buying. So this was, when I was buying this, I already knew how this smells and how it performs on me. I think this is a great fragrance, guys. I think this is a great fragrance. The only thing with me, I think my standard for freshies is so high, right? It really, for like sweeter fragrances, it's also like this vibe, but with sweeter fragrances, I'm more into it, right? If I really like a sweet fragrance, I really, really like it, right? And with fresh fragrances, it's more like, it changes a lot, right? Yeah, there's not so much times in my fragrance history where I have fresh fragrances that I wear as signatures, right? There was just like Terre d'Hermès, a bit of this, a bit of that, and of course, like now Mephisto Gentle Uomo, but this one is a great fragrance, guys. I just still have to say, this is such a professional, just kind of bad boyish, stylish fragrance that I absolutely enjoy to this day. I think it's super simple, that I have to say. So I'm not sure if you have to pay the price for this, right? It is quite expensive, and there are alternatives that smell really, really great for like just half the price of this. But still, I think this performs really nice. It smells super nice, gin and tonic, spicy, fresh, aromatic, masculine. And for me, this is just a really nice summer freshie. I mean, this is a fragrance you can wear anytime, anywhere. It shines, of course, in high heat because it is super refreshing with that juniper note. It is a great fragrance. I was influenced by, I don't know, who was, mostly, for sure, also here again, female YouTubers. Monica Ziersch, I think it was her name, right? And there was Demi Rawling and stuff, and I was influenced by them back in the days, buying the sample, and I really, really liked it. And it was also here a really pleasant experience. So really, really nice fragrance, guys. Gentle Fluidity Silver by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. Coming from a pleasant experience to something that I'm really not wearing, and I was not really wearing at all, maybe in the beginning. This was Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Eau Intense. And this is just like such a personal thing, guys, because, for example, my uncle really is into fragrances since I am. It's quite sweet in a way, and he was influenced by me buying this fragrance because when I was starting off this channel, I was talking about this, and I wore it that summer. Also here, he got through his whole bottle, and I think he got through 2 bottles actually, but I never got more than this. And yeah, this also, like Jeremy Fragrance, influenced me so much on this like sexy summer fragrance, right? And still to this day, I don't think this is a bad fragrance. It's just so easy and a bit too simple to me. It smells for me also a bit too cucumber. For me, it smells like cucumber with salt. A salty cucumber, a bit oceanic, but that's it. And I mean, that's for me personally not enough these days. I still think for the price you get this, it's a good fragrance. Still also, but also for this price, there are better fragrances these days, I think. And it has its time. I think it's long lasting, but it has also a synthetic vibe to it. And that's what I really don't like about this so much. So just keep that in mind if you like, if you want to try this. I would really sample this or go to a store. I think they still have this in stores. It is not my vibe anymore, and I was, I would say here like a bit badly influenced, pulled the trigger too fast. But still, I think there are people like my uncle that really, really love this, or like men that love this. So I've heard that the female version of this is also really nice for men. So maybe you try also the female version that is a bit lighter. Yeah, just try it out. Maybe it's for you. Maybe it's for you summer 2025. It's not for me anymore. This is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Eau Intense. Another summer freshie, but this one is a niche fragrance. This is Hacivat by Nishane, and in general, guys, all this Creed Aventus-like fragrance. I mean, curly fragrance. I don't know. Also, Cedra Bosé could have also been in this list, to be honest. I was highly influenced on Cedra Bosé, but Cedra Bosé I didn't really want to include because I wanted to have a bit of a range from really good or medium good fragrances, or maybe bad influences that I got, right? And Cera Bosé, I was so hyped on it that I wore it like for 3 months straight. So it was my signature. I really, really like this one. This one is a bit different. It's still a really, really nice fragrance, and I talk about this fragrance a lot still to this day on this channel because I think it's a great fragrance. But it's so seasonal for me, right? I just wear this in summertime. I just wear it in really high heat or like on a summer night. It has a really nice vibe to it. I really like how this one has that pineapple-y freshness. It smells like a clean sheet in a way, but still it has that really old schoolish, masculine, oak mossy lavender base, right? With wood. I mean, this is such a great fragrance, to be honest. But it's for me really like I feel I don't really feel it in wintertime. I don't really feel it in spring. I don't really feel it in autumn. So this is really down to summer, and that's good. But just keep that in mind. Some fragrances can evoke a feeling in you, and then you just want to wear it in this kind of situations. Sometimes this is maybe too strong also for me. So still, I think this is one of my favorite like fruity chypres, right? There is like Loewe Essentia Eau de Parfum that kind of is my favorite these days, and this is like second place. But still, I think if you're looking for a good alternative to Creed Aventus these days and you want to have a really long-lasting fragrance that smells masculine and great, try this fragrance, Hacivat by Nishane. Next on the list, guys, is L'Homme Ideal Eau de Parfum from Guerlain. And I remember this was a bit into my fragrance adventure already. I think it was I was 1 year into it already when I got this. And also here I was still watching a lot of Jeremy Fragrance, and this was like a really unique, creative fragrance for him. And I saw a lot of other fragrance reviewers talking about this. Yeah, and what can I say? It's a really nice cherry almond leather fragrance, and it's a great fragrance. It's a really nice fragrance. If you like cherry, I've experienced it when I was wearing this, that either people really, really love this fragrance or they don't like cherry, and that's why they don't like this. But in general, guys, I mean, Guerlain is, for me, if you want to consider them designers, they're the A tier or S tier, right? So they're the best of the best for me these days, and this one is no exception. Absolutely fantastic fragrance, absolutely gorgeous smelling fragrance that you can literally wear anytime, anywhere. I wore this also in summertime, and then it's more like fruity fresh. It's still spicy. I wouldn't wear it in high heat, but on a chilly summer day, it's no problem to wear this. And it obviously shines in fall and winter. It's super romantic in a way, so you can wear this to a date, you can wear this to a night out, you can wear this literally any time of the year and day. Also to the office, I wore this to the studio a lot. And it got a lot deeper in this bottle, guys. This is more leathery now, and I like it even more than before. I think this is a great fragrance, and I'm happy to have this one and a lot of them of the L'Homme Ideal line in my collection, because I think it's a great modern masculine DNA that's quite unique for designers. This is L'Homme Ideal Eau de Parfum by Guerlain. Okay, guys, next up we have a niche fragrance again, and this was also a fragrance I was so influenced by. Yeah, and I don't know if it's really, these days I'm a bit so with this fragrance. This is Desir Toxic from M.Micalleff. This is, first of all, a super nice bottle, right? This bottle looks absolutely amazing. And when this came out, guys, it was all over the place on YouTube. Really, every YouTuber got this fragrance, sent it to them, of course, for no money. And they were raving about it, right? And it's a sexy, seductive fragrance that you wear for that kind of time when you want to be seductive. And in a way it is that, but it's so much more. I mean, when I got this, I was like, okay, I get this. I get it because it's cardamom. Cardamom is always sexy, but I showed you a lot of cardamom fragrances. And that's not the only thing why something is seductive, right? It's spicy, cardamom. It has its freshness. It has a berry side to it. I don't know exactly which berry it is. And it is cinnamon heavy. And then woody, soapy in the background, so in the dry down. So it has its stages, and that's a really great thing. I don't really know. When I first got this, I was really into this. I think the problem with this is that I never really knew when to wear this, and I still kind of struggle because I have sorted all my fragrances, so like night out, autumn, fall, winter, right, and like daytime, date, night out and stuff. And this one is always in between because you can wear this on a daily basis. I mean, this is a nice office fragrance, I would say. Then for night outs, it's a bit too, it's not strong enough sometimes for me because it sits quite close to your skin. And also, when I was wearing this the first times, my girlfriend really loved this one, and then she absolutely didn't like it anymore because it was too much on the spicy side for her. So this just change every here and then, but still this is my rotation and I wear it. It's just such a interesting and strange fragrance to me because I never really know what to do with it. But still, guys, I think it's a great fragrance if you try it. This is really a fragrance, guys, you have to try. Either I think you'll really love it, or you don't like it at all. It was overhyped as fuck, to be honest with you. It was just too much, to be honest, because it's not that special. It's a great fragrance, but it's a spicy, fresh. It smells a bit like Leighton with more cardamom and a more cinnamony side to it, and also like with that shaving foamy aspect to it, right? But it is the same concept of a fragrance, and Leighton was there before, so just saying. It's a great fragrance. Just try it out. Super overhyped, but kind of worth it. This is Desir Toxic by M.Micalleff. Okay, and last but not least, guys, a summer fragrance, Bohemian Lime by Goldfield&Banks. And I got this second hand, and I know when I first got this, I was so in love with it, and I'm really am. This is what I like about this fragrance, guys, that it's gives me is this summer feeling, right? This smells like finger limes or lime. It smells like a cocktail. It's a dry, fancy cocktail. It has a soapy side to it, and I think some people say this smells like for them like a cleaning product, right? For me, it doesn't smell at all like a cleaning product. I love citruses and fragrances, but that's just my taste. And what I really love about this, and I loved about this the most, the first summer I wore this, I think 2 years ago or 3 years ago, was that this is such a fresh, invigorating fragrance that you can put on a really hot day. Also, I wore the heck out of this on summer nights when I was partying or something like this, because this, guys, it is perfume concentration, and this one is so strong. If you want like a really fresh, strong, super citrusy fragrance with a slight creamy, woody backbone, this is such a great fragrance. And I got a lot of compliments for this one. This, guys, was something that women really loved on me, and still if I show this to friends, this is always one of their favorites. I also think this is a great fragrance. Nowadays I like Bohemian Lime, sorry, this Ingenious Ginger a little bit more, to be honest, from Goldfield&Banks, not from Bohemian Lime. But still I think this is a great summer fragrance, super fresh. It is a bit pricey if you get this. I got the second hand, I think it was like halfway through, and or like 1/3. And I wore the heck out of it, but still there's something in it. So try to get things on eBay, guys. Also try to check also the batch code before you buy it there. Just text them that they give you the batch code, because that's also quite important to see if it's fake. But this one, great fragrance, great summer fragrance. If you like citrus freshies that last a long time, this is great. It's also super unisex. Bohemian Lime by Goldfield&Banks. And that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I think this was a really nice idea to think about also which fragrances I was influenced the most on from YouTubers to buy from. Because for us guys, there are two main things we are influenced to blind buy. It's Fragrantica, Parfumo, or like YouTubers, right? Or both. So that's why I'm curious also, what are yours, guys? What are your thoughts about the fragrance that I showed you today? And what are your blind buys that you got because of you saw it on YouTube, or like someone raving about it on YouTube? Maybe also me. So yeah, I'm curious like always. Comment down below. Enjoy your day and see you next time. Bye bye.